Yeah, so this is Monday the 9th of June 2025. We're doing a quick back test here. I'm going to talk this through this, drop this on my YouTube channel. As much for myself, for people that wish to learn something, and for some friends. Anyway, okay, let's go. Asia opening range, we went long, contained within the overnight range. We remained true. We did not break this low. So here is direction long, Asia direction is long, and we remain true. Now I do this every morning at 2:30 or 7:30 GMT, which is 2:30 Eastern, and that's what we have. And so I start looking at the data, right? What do I see? What stands out? Well, there's a process that I go through. I know that the mid of the opening range loves to get hit, right? This line here is a magnet and it can shift a bunch of probabilities. But what else can we see? I've got low at a 62%. So the current low is at 62% there. And the current session high 85%. So we have an 85% chance there and a 60% chance there. Now that is likely to change once this is tagged, and we will see how that will change if it is indeed tagged, right? From a model perspective, it's saying, and that's positionally where the Asia opening range is going to be, right? So in relation to Asia. So if we get something like that, if the low of the London is above the low of the Asia, then that's considered to be above. If the low is above and the high is below, it's inside. If the high is above and the low is below, it's engulfing. And if the low is below and the high is below, then it's below. So and that can sometimes provide some useful insight. But right now, what do we know? Nothing apart from direction long and true. All right, what's the next candle doing? All right, nothing. So this is at 235, 240. Do we get anything? No, we poke above my set. I don't care. What we got next? Right, nothing. We're still nothing. We have no tag of that mid. What the next candle does, right? So at that point we get tagged here at 250, right? So we hit the mid, right? So it is broken, right? So I can select broken there. And obviously we reduce the data set down. I can do that, drop that in, do that there, and refine further with time. So it happened before 3 a.m. We can see we have 30-minute buckets here, right? So let's go ahead and select that there. So we have 149 data sets, and how is that shifting things? What does it tell us now with these E's, right? Which gives us an indication of direction. So now we have an 83.22%. So that's gone up by approximately 20%. And the low is 68. So that's dropped by about 15-16%. So we have had a shift. This is now more bearish than it is bullish, at least off the open, right? So I am now, in terms of the way that I trade, looking short. It becomes about entry. Do I enter now? No, I most certainly don't. I like to enter around the open, maybe a little bit before. When I say before, a couple of seconds, up to a minute, or very early doors in that opening candle. So where are we in time? 50. We got 10 to go, or one more candle. There we go. Right. Okay. So we tag back into set into 730. We've moved down a little bit lower. There is no argument now that that has broken. I am definitely considering short. How would I play it? I could potentially go off the bat there to short that down, right? Or I might want to look for a retracement. I tend to try and look for the retracement. So I'm probably going to go maybe the body of that candle, something like that there, and the top, the stop, just something like that. Now, is this I usually look for a 2-hour trade, by the way, so I'm looking for this to be tagged. Now, I do have a strategy in which I trade this on a breakout, and I have proven data, but the Omni and the DAX data is enhancing that accumulation, let's say, or the points acquisition, or R, or whatever you want to call it, right? So am I looking for this? Well, that's initial, right? I want that broken. What other lows have we got there? Maybe something like that. That's not lower, or in here, or whatever, right? Or in the previous day, which, well, that is the previous day. So quite possibly something like that, right, as an initial targeting. So, and if this does get hit, then the dynamics we need to clock that inside our database, right? Because these events are in real time, like it plays out every day, and I want to be abreast of the scenario, right? Some people look at visual patterns, some people look at patterns in data. I try to do a bit of both. All right, okay, so we have broken that. The Asia low, that happened, so that has come true. It happened at 3, so it's right in that mode where we'd expect it to happen. Now, what's going on here? All right, so now we have a probability, 88% probability of a red opening range. That means the close would be lower than the open. The open was up here. So this box is expected to be red. And we have a 65% short, which is pretty decent, given that we're in position there. Obviously, always a danger of being stopped out. So, but like, you know, this is what we went for as an initial target. And what about our low of the day and high of the day? So low of the day is coming in currently at 0.49%. So what we can do is measure that down. We go from the open here, 49, so something like that, right? Okay, so we bear that in mind. That line there, 0.49 and 0.49% LOD. All right, okay, so position is still active. Did we lose our? We did. Second. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so actually let's take another look at that. No, that's still the same, 0.49, because these events did happen, this didn't, right? Has anything changed here? So it was not significantly, 79% red, and again, not significantly, right? How's our boxes doing now? This cannot be above, right? Okay, can only be engulfing, which is where it takes both sides, or below, and currently we're below, even though we can see that is the probability, right? Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so we're bouncing around that ease low. Okay, coming back towards the open. Okay, tag the open. Is it a rejection? Okay, looks that way. So any further update of the data? No, there's not. Other than now, right? So what time is it? It's 3:25. The box is going to close. The opening range is going to close. Let's have another candle. Okay, so now we're looking for direction, right? Let's turn mocker off. I don't need that now. All right, okay, so a break of that there will signify this as being short. We were in fact red. Our box closed here. Actually, our box closed there, which is lower than the open, which was there. Okay, so that probability, which was pretty high, came true. Our position is still profitable, and again, just double checking that there. So if it goes short, is anything going to shift, right? So let's check that out. We can do this in advance. We can war game it. All right. Okay. So yeah, the low of day goes lower, and obviously this is where we are, right? So let's check that. So minus 0.88 on that low. Now we can see we're right in the weeds here, right? It's the 12 data set, so we started with 1800 approximately, right? Okay, does that bother me? Not particularly. It just is what it is. If we take out the short, clear that selection. So we're 26.9, right? So let's adjust that down to 6.9. What's happened? copy that, get rid of that. Okay, sorry about this. 0.69, and how are we looking on our price models for time? It's kind of a lighter, you know, sort of 4:05. Now that's a you know, each one of these is a 5-minute candle, right? And we haven't confirmed that short element yet. Next candle, let's see. Still not short. Okay, so we've confirmed short. We can now select this. We're back to that 0.88, which we knew about 12 there. We're still at 4. What time is it now? So we're now time-based, 20 minutes, right? And we're looking for something like that, okay? Minimum. Next candle. Okay. What time is it? Okay, so back into the box. Okay, so we have a low there. We've taken the previous day's low is 345. That there is 4. So that's 4. Do we go for the LOD? I mean, if it were, it doesn't matter. I would probably at least be at break even, potentially taking profits. We're below the E's low. We talked about that as being an initial target, and maybe we look to see if there's some kind of runner. Next candle. Okay, we're edging lower. Oh, okay. Right. So we hit the 0.49. We couldn't quite make the 0.69, at least not yet. We are short. Excuse me, my throat is dry. Let's just take that off. So another look at this. So 34.40. Okay, so obviously, like, you know, you're out of the trade. We've had like a 6-hour trade there. That was our first target. Let's just kind of see how the rest of this is playing out. I'll come back in here. Where are we? We went short. It was a red box, right? Red, short. Peas. What's that giving us? We done that right? Broken. So we would do it this way, short. All right, okay. And that was there, wasn't it? 3. Yes, sir. All right. Potentially another low coming in. Potentially another low. Let's see. Time is 4:30. There's your 4:40 candle. All right, so if it is, it's not going to be at 4:40, but like, you have to understand that these can have like a tolerance, these peaks and troughs, these impulses within the price model. Okay, so we have got a lower low. We came down 455. Yeah, I think that's fine myself. And there we go. So if you would, I mean, there was easy 50 points there, right? If you're targeting that, there's easy 82 points. We went for this 155 points. Does it always work out like this? Absolutely not. And it's important that when it does that, well, at least for me, I take total advantage. All right, thank you.